Hello, I'm John Joe. Welcome to Line War. Today we've got a 1v1 between Scornful, I can't even pronounce his name now, and Mtitan. So Scorn is going up here, and I'm not exactly sure where Mtitan is. He's here. Going for factory start. We've got 3 starting up straight away with 2 barracks either side. Nice little building there. We'll just turn that off. All the commands are on. So we can see Mtitan's now drawing their commands. We have a similar setup here. We've got 2 factories and 2 barracks. So I'm assuming Scornful should have some extra cash lying around. Yep, they do have enough to build again. To be fair, actually, only just. I'm guessing that Mtitan took a little less land to be able to build that many. Maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe if I'm missing where they took some territory. But right now they've pretty much found each other already. Scorn is going in for a kill, potentially on the town that just wasn't there. I think they were just hoping for an eco start and just getting some units in, but they can see exactly what's going on. We've got a lot of factories, so Scorn knows this now. I wonder if there's anything he'll do about it. He's just scouted, but he's still getting SAM out. There's no air units there. He could have got away with just building artillery for a little bit. But it's always better to be safe than sorry. And Mtitan's bringing down here. We're getting an energy well just there, and there's another one there. So he does have the ability to get those air units if he so wished. And also, Mtitan's just expanding directly this way. I'm not sure if he's going for the town or if he's just drawing large lines. He's deciding. There we go. He's going for the town, yeah. We've got another group trying to scout out what's going on for Scorn against Mtitan. And I think he's drawn the wrong line here, unless he was just trying to get out there a bit more. However, most of Scorn's artillery are literally just coming down this way, because they're only coming out of this factory. So they will be engaging this side. Mostly, we're going to have the infantry coming in from the right-hand side. Which isn't a bad idea. We're getting some factories being... Well, one factory being built in the mountains here. He could get another one going if he wanted to. And it looks like he's getting some units to just run across. Oh, I see. There's a trade route there. So he's going to try and potentially grab that at some point. Over on this section, 3 artillery units have strayed away. And the infantry are trying to rush in on them, but Mtitan is trying to move their artillery back into that section there. Defending with infantry right next to the forest might actually be a bit beneficial to hide them in the forest. And if they go that way, you can push up, and if they did just go through the forest themselves, you'll have the advantage. There is quite a lot of artillery here. There's not much to body block, but just a large group of artillery is going to be sufficient when it comes to defense. But Mtitan seems to have lost track of some of his units there. Quite a few groups not doing much at the moment. So this distraction is definitely slowing him down. He's going for the eco. He's got factory being... Not factory, the industry being set up now. And there is a decent sized group of SAM units there. These units did manage to capture the town space here, and they're going to be just moving around to capture more territories. And they've got a town over where the city is, or city spaces. And the artillery are now chasing away the infantry. They're rushing off. I'm guessing they're going to retreat into this zone here. Quite possibly. Yeah, there we go. So that was his plan. Hit and then run away. And when they run away, go for that trade route. And we're getting a bit of borders being set up now. So Scorn is holding off this zone. He's potentially hoping to grab over here. But Mtitan does have some territories there already. And a barracks set up. Or being set up. The energy wells come out, but I don't think he needs any energy. He's not building tanks, and he doesn't have any air units. And Mtitan's full on energy, even with the starting stuff. Another group of units are spreading out across the top towards this section. At this point, you might just want to actually use that to capture it, and then bring some around here. Create like this area over here to be pushed through in on. And then you can just stop the enemy from defending. I haven't seen much of these two players. I have played Mtitan recently. And Scornful, Exaltation. We have seen at least one match from him in the past. That was a really good battle, to be fair. But that was mostly Navy. We haven't seen him much on the ground. Which is what we're getting today. And he's going straight through the middle of this section here. Bringing most of his artillery through and a few infantry. The other infantry coming down this way. We've still got SAMs being produced in that structure there. And I don't think we need it. They haven't had any signs of air units. They do have enough to set up there. He's going to get another spot there, though. Pretty much mostly because of the curve here, we had quite a few units go down at the beginning, but he did retreat pretty quickly. Did he get that town in the end? He's about to, but Mtitan's on that quickly, and he's getting his units to stop that from happening, but at least it was a good idea. It's definitely a good understanding of the map and what's going on around. I think just building up this city right now would be good. It's quite well protected. He's right on the other side of the map to you compared to the enemy, if that makes sense. The barracks has been discovered, and we've got a group of 8 units jumping in on that, and there's only a few to defend. There's 2 barracks there now. I didn't even see that one. I'm going blind slowly. But the units are being pulled in, but as these units are right here, they're going to actually take them out mostly one at a time. Depends on how he plays this, but he can't see everything going on around. The fog of war is probably making him a little nervous. He has spotted them and he's pulled back a little. I don't want to miss what else is going on while we watch a duel between some infantry units. He's lost quite a few of the units there now, and the amount of units that Mtitan has, he's just setting up a blockade instead. And Mtitan is spreading out across the map, telling Scorn that that is the border. This line here, Mtitan is happy to just keep that and sit there whilst fighting over the left-hand side. And we do have a small strike force coming in through this side to test the waters here. And to be fair, I think they'll do alright if all the units stayed still, but they're not. Mtitan is moving in just with a curve here, allowing the artillery to fire in on the infantry, and is just going to keep pushing through that. That is forcing Scorn to push back. And we have another barracks being set up here. It might have been good to set it up behind this forest, just a bit further back. It isn't a bit of a risky location. If they see this, they could just jump in on that pretty quick. And we have a group of tanks rolling in through the, I guess, the desert now. And they're coming in through this section, and their plan is to literally go round this border and cut in through the back. Mtitan's happy sitting where they are. They've got quite a few units. They're just a bit too nervous to take them. We do have a lot of territories behind. I think Scorn is taking over territories a lot better. We'll just have a quick look at the eco. We've got 740. And that's from Mtitan. And this is Scorn. He's on 800. So Scorn is slightly ahead when it comes to economy. The barracks, like I said, got took down over there. The town is under threat now. We do have a tank that can just go in, which he's doing. And I don't know. I think these units are definitely going to damage that town quite heavily. But the tanks are in. They're trying to sweep through the sides of this line. If the enemy was using air units, it might have been good to try and sweep that thing, but it would still be quite too far to try and reach in there. The town is already quite heavily damaged, and there's kind of not enough space. This water is protecting these couple of units, but I don't think they're going to survive that. The town does still stand, only just about. And there is another city over here. If Scorn can just keep control over the majority that he has, then I think Scorn would have a really good job of winning this match, just purely because of economy. Just focus on this area, take the town, build up the eco. They've got another town, city, and another city here. you should be alright when it comes to that. You have the advantage and you're the one putting the pressure on. Which is always good. Don't just let your enemy do what they want. You got to keep them on their toes and make sure that you're not falling behind. With the engagement going on here, these artillery are being left in place and being pressured here. The tanks are trying to sweep in through the back and take out the production structures. We do have a group of 4 tanks. One has been caught up by the infantry. Literally, the infantry now is just like, no, you are not going past through here. And it looks like there's 1 tank left. And that 1 tank is going to try and go through, but the dot command just got a bit confusing for it. And the tank does go down. We still have some infantry moving in this way from Scorn, and he's trying to get the territories there, but he has forgotten about these guys. Mostly because he's focusing on down here. On the other side of it, Scorn is pushing through down here. He's trying to take some extra territory for himself. And if he can get in this side, Mtitan is actually working on the town, industries and cities there. I'm just having a look around the map. I think the use of blue lines too much early on in the game has slowed down their ability to expand the territories. This is a good line. You could probably spread it out to 2, and that way you grab this territory as well, and maybe get these ones along the way. Blue's units are being forced back, as Red's units are just rushing in. The infantry going for the barracks, they walk straight past the town. I would argue that this would be the higher valued target here, especially as you destroy the town, you get the docks. I don't know if they've managed to take it, but they only have infantry to protect that. So it might take a little while. We've got the tanks roaming in this way instead, and those tanks will easily be able to sweep this area, I think. I have been wrong a few times because I'm not used to how the updates have changed things. Got another town coming out from Mtitan. Just making sure I'm not missing anything over the map. Is that air units coming in? Yeah, we got 2 airfields. I did miss that. So airfields are coming in to attack that front line there, and Mtitan's now going to have to worry about SAM units. And adding that to the defense. The tanks are mostly prioritizing the barracks, and I think tanks are really good, but my argument with the infantry is that the infantry just swarm around them, and the tank can only shoot 1 target at a time. So these tanks are taking quite a bit of damage from the infantry, considering the cost per unit and stuff. Like, infantry are a lot cheaper. Tanks are definitely more valuable, especially if you can use them right. But the fact that you can just swarm with infantry so quickly, and we do have, I didn't even see this city here. We have a town being built with a factory and a barracks, and these tanks have just spotted what's going on over there. And Scornful is struggling with energy as he's trying to use his helicopters over here, striking the production structures. And 1 helicopter goes down, another one goes down, we've got 1 left over, and he's taken the command off. And we can check back over here. For some reason he's not engaging over here. It might be good if you can just get in. There we go. I think he's noticed what's happened. Maybe he just wanted to grab some territories along the way. And he's going to try and sneak them through this side. He's going to plow straight towards this town. That industry location there is really going to try and stop these units. But they do get through. And they are right in the middle of that now. I don't think anything's really going to stop them over there. Helicopters are still attacking this side of the line. Nothing's really getting through, but Mtitan is pushing in through the right hand side of the map. The tanks took out the town. There's a factory about to go down. Another factory is probably next on the list. I think this is actually going to clear Mtitan out of this area. I say that as 2 tanks just dropped instantly. They've got artillery firing in as the infantry are body blocking. So no, the tanks are not going to take out that area. However, it is allowing these units that are expanding the areas to build up in larger numbers. And they might actually be able to push through later. Helicopters are able to take in the side units over here, and that's just the reason pretty much why the helicopters are so great in this game. They can protect really quickly in certain areas of the map, and they pretty much have as much range as your territory has. But helicopters can be a bit awkward. I would like a way that you could just sort of see the range of helicopters after they've left the airfield. If there is a way, let me know, because I can't remember. I don't think there is any way that you can sort of judge it. You just have to sort of know. And when you've got lines like this, the way I usually shorten it is these guys are going to take this territory really fast. Get this line, another line to just go here and join the line there. That way you keep your force really strong on the front, whilst also taking other territories at a faster pace. So, over here the helicopters are moving in on that side. My mouse wheels are going in reverse. The tanks are pushing in on this side. They're going around the back of the lines. Scorn does have a pretty good formation in this sense. His army looks much more organised. His tanks moving behind the front lines here to get in on the open space there. The tanks pushing through this line here. The helicopters clearing a little path for them just so that those tanks can rush on through. They're going to find this factory straight away. Whether they'll target it, I don't know. And those tanks are obsessed with coming to this side, but this is where the army is. You know that they're building stuff over here, and those tanks could be so close to doing so much more damage. Mtitan is aware. He's got his artillery moving in this way. These tanks are going to pass the SAM units. Those SAMs are sitting ducks right now. And I want to know what's going on over here. They're building a defense, so not too much for now. I think Scorn just wants to focus on what his tanks are doing at the moment. And he is jumping on those SAM units really quickly. But the artillery is pushing through. This might actually be a bad thing, as the tanks are going to be forced to come this way from Scorn, but Scorn is moving the units that way, and these units are pushing through on the front lines here. There you go, the tanks are moving away from the artillery, but they've come down this way instead for now. There you go, the tanks are getting trapped amongst all of these infantry over here. On the front line, we've got more tanks pushing through in this section. They're going to be able to take out some of the artillery pretty fast. The tanks are finding a way around, and I think they're just hoping to target some of these structures. And those tanks go down amongst the units. I don't think they managed to take out any structures, but they did take out their own fair share of units. I still think it would have been more effective to go for the cities and towns that were all grouped up on one side. But Mtitan's doing really good for the eco. They've got this area over here. They're defending it. I don't think they're going to be able to hold it for long, but that must be boosting their economy. We'll have a quick look at the economies again. We've got 1,300 from Scornful. And Mtitan is on 1,200. And the reason for that is the territory gain. Even though he's got less territories, he's got all the eco going on there. But Scorn has just the majority of the territories. Strikers are now moving in. We've got commandos dropping in against these guys. That is a really good move there. It's going to be harder to deal with the commandos in this section as well. They haven't got any response for air units. There's just no quick response. You're going to have to send an army down there to deal with it, and those commandos destroy structures incredibly fast. We have multiple pushes on the front lines here, the main force being here, and they have nearly cleared out most of the main threats, the artillery. And the strikers are moving in on this location, which is where the SAM is. Mostly, actually. No, they've moved the SAM. And it looks like Mtitan waved the white flag, which is a shame because they were doing so well with the economy, but they just couldn't keep up still against the expanse of Scornful. Anyway, let me know what you thought of that match. Thank you for watching. Feel free to click on one of the two videos on screen right now, and I will see you there.